conference on harmony, the interface of cosmic, ethical and religious orders. The students, may I request you to settle down? Thank you. This international conference on harmony is organized by Christ deemed to be University along with Dharmara Vidya Kshetra, which is on the same campus. This conference will witness presentation of 7 keynote papers and 129 papers from scholars and practitioners from different parts of the world. As the guests are arriving, may I request the audience to please rise. The procession has the Chancellor of the University, Dr. Father George Eliadale, the Vice Chancellor of the University, Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew. Please be seated. It is often said, from the students, may I request for your silence? Thank you. It is often said that dance is a meditation in movements. I invite the dance team of the University Natyarpana to invoke the divine spirit in all of us through an invocation dance. Saranam After that meditative frame of mind created by the invocation dance by Team Natyapana, may I now invite the dignitaries to light the lamp as the university choir sings the invocation song. I invite the Chancellor, Dr. Father George Erayadil, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew, Puja Swami Sukhabodhananda, and the conference convener, Father Kurian Kachapalli, to light the lamp.
I'm just a weary pilgrim, plodding through this world of sin, getting ready for that city, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in. Up there I'll see my Savior, who redeemed my soul from sin. With extended hand he'll greet me, when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in. My Father loved the Savior, what a soldier he had been, but his steps will be more steady when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in. And Mother, may God bless her, I can see her now and then, with a robe of white around her, when the saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, oh Lord, I want to be in that number, when the saints go marching in.
Request the dignitaries to take their seats on the dais. With that sonorous rending of the invocation song and the traditional lighting of the lamp, I now invite the conference convener of this Harmony 2019 conference, Dr. Father Kurian Kachapalli, to welcome us all.
A very good morning and most cordial welcome to one and all. Most dear Puja Swami Sukhabodhananda, the keynote speaker of the day, Reverend Dr. George Erayadil, Rector and Chancellor of Christ Jim Tibby University, Dr. Kenneth Thomas C. Matthew, Vice Chancellor, Christ Jim Tibby University, Dr. Anil Pinto, Registrar, Dr. Abraham, Pro Vice Chancellor, Christ Jim Tibby University, our most dear patrons, distinguished guests, invitees, speakers, delegates, participants, respected members of the faculty, and my dear Christians. Most cordial welcome to the Golden Jubilee International Conference, Harmony, Interface of Cosmic, Ethical, and Moral Orders, jointly organized by Christ Jim Tibby University and Dharmaram Vidya Kshetra. What is harmony? Asked a jester. Just a dream, a feeling, a thought, or a course of action, or everything put together? Perhaps more than harmony, it is disharmony in its diverse manifestations like discord, brokenness, fragmentariness, illness, death, which get attention of the people at large. For instance, Pope Francis, in his encyclical Laudato Si, calls our attention to the decline in the quality of life owing to the brokenness of relationships with our fellow beings in families and societies, the nature, the life-sustaining ecosystem that form our common home, and the Creator God, our common Father, Mother, and to the urgency of our renewed solidarity or harmony with God, neighbors, and the created order, which is the order of love. The Vedic rishis considered Rita, in Sanskrit rhythm, as the principle of harmony, namely order of love. The Rig Veda describes Rita as that which is ultimately responsible for the proper functioning of the natural or cosmic, moral or ethical, religious or spiritual orders. This trilogy manifests itself in all domains of human experience or knowledge as pursued in sciences, social sciences, and humanities. Hence, the relevance of the theme of the Jubilee Conference, Harmony, Interface of Cosmic, Ethical, and Religious Orders. In order to initiate and facilitate our reflection on harmony, we have with us today the most esteemed presence of Pujya Swami Sukhabodhananda. Pujya Swamiji is an Indian monk who has been working relentlessly on sharing the wisdom of ancient Vedas. He believes in spreading the joy to the people and moving them from darkness to light. Through his simple teachings and problem-solving approach, he has touched the millions of lives across the globe. His unique ability to deconstruct the most critical challenges of both the individuals and the corporate and offer holistic solutions makes him one of the most sought-after corporate guru. In his talks, he carefully blends ancient wisdom of various world philosophies with the modern thoughts to provide tools for self-management and growth. His goal is to help people realize the potential of their heart, mind, and soul. He had been a sports psychology coach for the cricket team Delhi Daredevils. Times of India, in one of their polls on who talks the best, places him on the one who topped the list on all accounts as the best speaker. He was invited as a dignitary on 5 different panels of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, and was a special invitee of the United Nations World Millennium Summit of Spiritual Leaders. His messages on the Asta, Sanskar, and many other channels reach a wide spectrum of people both in India and abroad. He was awarded Karnataka's Best Social Service Award by SL Group and C Network. In recognition of his service to humanity at large, he was awarded Rotary Seva Ratna, and Rotary International, through the Personal Excellence Award, has recognized him for impacting the lives of many across the globe. Riva University, Bangalore, has conferred the Corporate Excellence Award on him for introducing spirituality as a game changer in the corporate world. Dear Pujya Swamiji, in the name of all gathered here, the speakers, the delegates, and the participants, and on behalf of our dear Rector and Vice Chancellor, faculty, and the students of Christ Gimti University and Thamara Vidyakshetram, may I call to you, Pujya Sukhabodhanandaji, a most cordial welcome. Dr. George Ediariel CMI is the rector of Thanmaram College, the central study house of the CMI congregation. And as rector of Thanmaram College, he is the head of the Thanmaram institutions and the chancellor of Christ deemed to be university. An erudite scholar with postgraduate degrees in mathematics and sociology and a doctorate in biblical theology from the Angelicum Rome, Dr. George is the professor of biblical theology at Harmonia Vidyachetram, the Pontifical Athenaeum, Bangalore. As an able administrator, he has served the CMI congregation as the director of Darshana Cultural Center, Education Council and Provincial of St. Joseph Province, Kottayam, founder director of Thanmaram Academy for Distance Education, editor of the Bible section of the scientific journal Jivadhara, and above all, Dr. George Ediariel is a man of simplicity and firm convictions, and his very life for us is his message. Dear Father Rector, in the name of all delegates and participants, may I extend to you, dear Dr. George Ediariel, Rector of Thanmaram College, Chancellor of Christ deemed to be University, a cordial and warm welcome. Dr. Thomas C. Matthew, a professor of chemistry, trained educationist, cum administrator, is a man who has harmoniously blended imagination and experience, which has made Christ deemed to be University the most preferred educational institution in the city of Bangalore and one of the premier institutions of India. Taking into account his outstanding contribution to society and education, Dr. Thomas C. Matthew was conferred with an honorary colonel rank by the Director General of National Cadet Corps, Ministry of Defence, Government of India, and an honorary doctorate in education by Liverpool Hub University. At present, Dr. Thomas C. Matthew serves as the Vice Chancellor of Christ deemed to be University, Bangalore, India. Most cordial welcome to you, dear Vice Chancellor, Dr. Colonel Thomas C. Matthew, CMI. May I have the privilege of welcoming our dear invited guests, delegates, speakers, participants from the different nations of the continents to the International Conference Harmony 2019. It is your esteemed presence and participation that make Harmony 2019 an event with a difference. It's also my privilege to welcome Father Abraham, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Anil, the Registrar, the honorable members of the faculty of Christ deemed to University and DVK, and the students of DVK and Christ to the International Conference Harmony 2019. To conclude, may the quest for harmony urges the scientists, philosophers, theologians, professionals and policymakers and civic groups to reflect loudly and clearly on the possibilities of a new world order with universal solidarity. May Harmony 2019 provide scholars from various disciplines a platform to explore scientifically the interface of cosmic, ethical, religious orders in the pursuit of universal harmony. Welcome you one and all, I remain. Thank you.
A warm welcome to you, Dr. Father Burin Kachapalli, the convener of the conference Harmony 2019. I did notice that he got the loudest of the claps. Okay. And the second. May I now invite the head of this institution, Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew, and one of the finest institution builders this country has seen, for his inaugural message. Father, please.
Distinguished chief guest of the program, which is Swami Sukhabodhananda, Honorable Chancellor of the University, Reverend Father George Diallo, convener of Harmony and president of Untitled Chapter, Father Kurian Kachapali, Father Abraham Pro, Vice Chancellor, distinguished officials of the university, participants from various parts of the world, participants from our own country, students of Harmonia and dear Christites. I was wondering what is the meaning of this harmony. Father Kurian was bringing all the philosophical and theological understanding. A university like Christ, what is this meaning of harmony? Christ is a melting pot of the cultures and the languages and the religions and the academic programs. That itself is an example of this harmony. Universities, when it started, universities were not having science block or commerce block or management block. Universities were the platform of discussing and debating on various knowledge. So interdisciplinarity is a part and parcel of any university. So interdisciplinarity of the structure is making a university. Otherwise you can just call it an institute probably. So where cosmology, philosophy, physics, biology, business management, education, computer science, all are becoming important. I'm seeing from Würzburg, the president and vice president from the computer faculty for a Harmony conference here. So the question is, what makes these people to be here? That is that interdisciplinarity approach. The Harmony, the Jubilee year of Christ University. 50 years of existence of this institution. We started in a very small way in 1969 with 300 plus students and 20 teachers. Over a period of 50 years, it has grown as a big tree with more than 20,000 students and 1,000 teachers and another 1,000 supporting staff. When it becomes a huge family, you Christites and you students of these institutions, whether it is DBK, the example of this harmony. Academic pluralism, what you are experiencing, good number of the students of Christ are, I know that from the Department of Professional Studies. When you are talking on chartered accountants or SEAM or whatever be, end of the day we should know how to have this harmonious process. And that will making you all Christites or all you students wonderful. As I said, in this platform of the university, when all the students are represented from across the country and across the globe, irrespective of the academic differences, irrespective of the language differences and cultural differences, we are a melting pot to celebrate the differences more than tolerating the differences. And that celebrating the differences is the requirement of this country today. When more and more nationalism approaches are coming across the world, it is the responsibility of the university to stay more than nationalism. We have to celebrate the globalization and humanity in the people. I hope these 4 days exercises will help all of us for that kind of global outlook. An outlook which is making everybody inclusive. India, with a lot of its complexities, managing 1.4 billion people. 1.4 billion with a lot of its roots and cultures. All the differences are to be called as a one thing, as a one country at Christ University. When we talk on our vision excellence and service, when we celebrate this 50th year, 50 years is not a great time for an institution when we have hundreds of years of experience for many universities. This 50th year, we have to make the next curve of this institution, learning curve, to have that pluralistic approach, to have that approach of inclusiveness. And this is extremely important to have this time in 2019. Swamiji is not new to our place. I always experienced the vibrancy of this auditorium for the last 13 years. When we blessed this auditorium in presence of the then rector, Father James Narudukal, Swamiji was the person who gave vibrancy to the hall, this hall. 13 years ago, 2006, I felt the blessings and the positiveness happened in this hall is rooted in the inaugural ceremony. Thousands and thousands of students of various streams came here and debated and discussed. And through music and art forms, through sports and games in the field, they form as a globalized human being. And that is the humanness what we are looking in the Christ University. So Swamiji's presence is extremely important and extremely relevant. In the 10 years, this hall is very important for our many of the activities. So 10 years we celebrated this hall's existence. Swamiji came again and vibrated with the positiveness to the hall. Father Kurian Kachapalli, who is the person who conceived the concept of harmony, 2 years he worked. I was wondering with him, why you had to call an international conference harmony? Then he was insisting and meditating and propagating. It is important for a globalized environment. So thanking all the international guests, all the international delegates, respect your computer stream or physics stream or biology stream or philosophy or psychology or theology, coming across the world, you are present here and appreciating this oneness in the knowledge, making Christ University and Dharmara Vidya Kshetram, propagating what is important in an environment of a globalized education scenario. We all stand for the human development. Developing people is most important. The core values of this institution we first call faith in God. We don't ask what is the name of God. It's Krishna or Jesus, but this is a Catholic institution. Being a Catholic university, that universalism is our philosophy. Next is moral uprightness, love of fellow being, social responsibility, and the last we kept as pursuit of excellence, academic excellence. Why? An education institution keeps excellence, pursuit of excellence the last. We put it purposefully. Because education is for the development of the society. So it should be expressed in moral uprightness, love of fellow beings, and social responsibility. Hope you Christites, through the experience what you are going to have, the divine experience what you are going to have from Swamiji and others, can make a difference in the harmonious, melodious philosophy in your life. You young people, when you are going to be retiring, it may take another 70 more years. You are only 20, so 90 years probably you have the lifespan. So in 2090, when you are on your age, you remember that transforming experience, what you are going to touch for the years and years to generations, through this kind of formation can make the university and the experience of this harmony something unique in your life. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
After that insightful message from the Vice-Chancellor, may now invite the Chancellor of the University, Dr. Father George Eliade, to share his presidential remarks.
Sri Pujya Swami Sukhabodhananda, the Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Father Thomas C. Matthew, the Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Kurian Kachapalli, the President of TVK and Convener of Harmony 2019, Abraham Vitiangal, the Pro-Vice-Chancellor, Dr. Anil Pinto, the Registrar, esteemed guests, Reverend Fathers, Sisters, participants of the conference, staff and students of TVK and Christ, my dear friends and members of the organizing team. Fundamentally, every human being, every creature, and the whole universe seek harmony and peace. All of us are forced to get out of the tranquility of the womb, and we are thrown in this world crying. On the face of the earth, all of us are desperate in search of the harmony of life. Most in our generation are unhappy because knowingly or unknowingly we seek the harmony of life and are not arriving at that. We may not be searching for what we ought to and where we have to. In an evening, an old man was found searching for something in the street light. The passers-by also started searching with him. Now there were many people searching with him under the light of the street lamp. Then someone asked, "What are you searching for?" There was no answer for some time. Then the old man from the crowd said, "My wallet." Then they asked, "Where did you lose it?" "At home." "Then why are you searching for that wallet here? There is no light at home," came the answer. We have to take the light into the hearts to find what we have lost, the harmony of life. In this digitally connected world, we find a lot of disconnections on various accounts because we are not searching for the right thing at the right place. Can such a conference is a very timely and meaningful one. This conference on harmony is linked with various aspects of human existence such as cosmic, ethical, and religious orders. It is all the more relevant because harmony has a universal appeal, and we have people from various parts of the world to share and illuminate us with the various aspects of the noble and the profound theme of our conference, harmony. This conference was convened as part of the Golden Jubilee celebration of Christ University and is all the more meaningful as every human venture aims at harmony. The way of harmony is through internalization and integration. The visionary founder of Tharmaram and Christ, late Bishop Jonas Thaddeus CMI, interpreted theology as faith-seeking the harmony of life. This is true of any discipline for that matter, any seeking, study, learning, and research. There is no one-sided harmony. Pope John Paul II said, "There is no peace without justice, no justice without forgiveness." The road of harmony is inclusive and universal. Finding peace in oneself is the way to find peace in the troubled world. Human being is a relational being, and hence we find harmony in our relation to the world, with others, with oneself, and with God. There is no partial harmony. There is only total harmony. Either you have it or do not. Jean Vanier's wrote, "Harmony and peace can come only if the chain of violence and rejection is broken and the weaker members of the society are fully welcomed, loved, and respected." There is an essential oneness harmony in this universe which manifests the divine harmony, the unity of all life. There is an endless flow of this harmony, even though humans try hard to break that harmony of the universe. All are in pursuit of harmony, but with wrong identification, and hence get lost on the way, missing the essential oneness that comes from God. I am reminded of a letter supposed to be written by the Seattle chief of South Dakota in 1852 to the President of the United States. I quote a couple of sentences from that beautiful and inspiring letter where we find the heart of harmony. I quote, The president in Washington sends words that he wishes to buy our land. But how can you buy or sell the sky, the land? The idea is strange to us. If you do not own the freshness of the air and the sparkle of the water, how can you sell them? Every part of this earth is sacred to my people. Every shining pine needle, every humming insect, all are holy in the memory and experience of my people. We know the sap which runs through the trees, and we know the blood that runs through our veins. We are part of the earth, and it is part of us. The perfumed flowers are our sisters. The bear, the deer, the great eagle, these are our brothers. The rocky crust, the juices in the meadow, the body heat of a pony and man, all belong to the same family. Will you teach your children what we have taught our children? That earth is our mother. But what befalls the earth befalls all the sons of the earth. This we know. The earth does not belong to man, but man belongs to the earth. All things are connected, like the blood that unites us all. Man did not weave the web of life. He is merely a strand of it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. One thing we know, our God is your God. The earth is precious to him, and to harm the earth is to heap contempt to the Creator and God. To understand the harmony, what is most needed is the meditation on the universe, on the human being and every living being in it. If there is harmony within us, we will find better harmony outside. That's the truth of every life. I wish and pray all the best to the conference, the participants, and the organizing team. Enjoy the beauty and harmony of this campus, adding your own by your presence and blessings. God bless you. Thank you very much.
After those presidential remarks, it's time to listen to the much-awaited keynote address by Pujya Swami Sukhabodhananda, Founder Chairman, Prasanna Trust, Bangalore. Swamiji, please. Okay. The Chancellor and the convener may take the seat in the audience. No. Oh, it just speaks. Okay.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Thomas, members of the dais, fathers, sisters, and dear friends, good morning. I can't hear you. Good morning. Good morning. Namaste. I always feel very vibrant coming here. The hall is vibrant, people are vibrant, and I hope my talk also will be vibrant, so it can create harmony. It seems in a hospital, there was a Keralite nurse, witnessing a dialogue between a sick patient and his wife. And his children, some children were there. So the man on the bed, old man, is telling his wife, right, those 5 flats you take charge of. Another 10 bungalows you take charge of. Another villi, 4, 5 you take. And tell his wife, 4 apartments you take. And this lady, this nurse was shocked. Such a rich man, he looks so simple with a dhoti and bungalows, this and that you take. And all of them went there, and this nurse comes and asks this woman, your husband is such a rich man. He has got so many things telling the children, take this, take that. He's such a rich man, it doesn't look that. And the wife said, he's just a milkman telling who all they have to supply. He's just a milkman, he's saying, take this. Even on his deathbed, he's showing off, you take this, you take this, take this. Ego is the greatest disharmony. Please understand, if a person is egoistic, that is the greatest disharmony. If one can be egoless, please see, harmony becomes a natural fragrance which happens. If we can live in our life, irrespective of what religion we belong to, what nation we belong to, wherever we belong, what position we belong, if we can become egoless, you will find harmony becomes as natural as the fragrance to the flower. Now, to bring that is the greatest task. Please understand, to really bring that is the greatest task. So I say, please see, ego is the greatest disharmony. And if you have, that's why I always say, ego, the spelling of ego is E-G-O, means edging God out. If you are egoistic, you will edge God out of the system. I've taken workshops throughout the world, religious workshops, spiritual workshops, management workshops, corporate workshops, and I find simple relationships becomes tense. Relationship becomes chaotic, all because of ego. Even marriages becomes miserable because of ego. Most of marriages, in fact, in big cities is from engagement ring to marriage ring to suffering to enduring. All because of what? If you ask me, all because of ego. It seems there was an auction going on. There's an auction going on, and a sub-inspector from one place goes to a new place, Vizag, and he was shocked to see the auction. You know what the auction was? On a lizard. One person is saying for the lizard 20,000 rupees. The other person is says 40,000 rupees. The other person is says 1 lakh. Another person is saying 20 lakhs. And the circle inspector there was shocked. For a simple lizard, it is going to 40 lakhs. What is so unique about the lizard? He asked the person, why it has gone up to 40 lakhs? He says, the only thing my wife is afraid of is the lizard. And the circle inspector says, 5 crores. In the Veda, there's an expression, Bishasmat Vatah Pavade, Bishodeti Surya. If you look at people's life, people are always living out of fear. Bishasmat Vatah Pavade. Everything seems to be running out of fear. And ego is the very basis of one's life. Please see, ego always will have fear. And when there is fear, there is disharmony. In this fear, there's impact. Even nations, in the name of peace, they create more war. In the name of survival of their nation, they create more chaos. So therefore, I'm saying ego is the greatest disharmony. Relationships are messy because when you're ego, you're more interested in what can I get rather than what can I give. He gives not the best who gives the most, but he gives the most who gives the best. If I cannot give bountiful, yet I will give freely, and what I lack in my hand, I will supply with my heart. And therefore the heart of education is the education of the heart. And there's more heart, less will be the ego. Isn't it, friends? Am I speaking Greek or? It seems, no criticism, an American comes to the financial capital of our country, Bombay, and in front of a stock exchange. Recently I had a talk in stock exchange. He comes to Bombay and stock exchange, and he was shocked to see so many beggars. There are so many beggars. Hey, India is growing economy, one of the fastest growing economy, so many beggars. So this American goes to give some money to a beggar, and the beggar had stretched both the hands. The American was shocked. He said, why are you stretching both hands? The beggar says, business is doing very well. I open another branch. My God, the American was zapped. He said, Indians are too confusing. He doesn't give money, he goes to the next guy. Fortunately, the beggar had one hand stretched. He was about to give, and then the American stopped and said, I have seen you somewhere. And the American also said, I have also seen you somewhere. The beggar also said, I have seen you somewhere. And the American was shocked. That means you have gone to New York? He says, no. And this man says, first time I'm coming to Bombay. Where have you seen? He says, we are friends in Facebook. Technologically tremendously savvy, but the consciousness is a beggar. And when the consciousness is a beggar, you will create disharmony. Someone asked Buddha, a beggar asked Buddha, why am I so poor? A beggar asked Lord Buddha, why am I so poor? And Buddha said, because you do not know how to give. And the beggar says, I have hardly anything. What is there to give? He says, you can give through your eyes. You can give through your good listening ear. You can give through your smile. You can walk a little step, give a little hand. Because you do not know how to give, therefore you are a beggar. And if you do not know how to give, there will be disharmony, disharmony, disharmony. Isn't it, friends? Can't you give a little through a smile? You know, I take a lot of corporate workshops. See, I don't want to give you too much of knowledge because you're all very knowledgeable people. Alright? What I want you to do is to get inspired. The moment you are inspired, you will not create chaos. You start creating harmony. Now, I've taken so many workshops, especially for the IT people. When I get tension. Because any joke I crack, I'm known for cracking jokes. Any joke I crack, they look at me, they study my software and hardware, but they will not smile. I had to stop my speech because, you know, you had beautiful dance, they dance, and the dance, they are navarasas. One of the rasa is hasya rasa. Hasya means laughter. Hasya, second rasa is adbhuta, wonderment. When they dance, it is such a wonderful, what harmony it was. In fact, life is a dance. Therefore, in the Hindu thought, we call it Nataraja. Nataraja means the king among dancers. Everything is a dance. And therefore, when I crack a joke, etc., some, especially IT people, they look at me, only studying my software and hardware, but hardly laughing. Smiling also. Smiling is giving income tax to the government. I had to stop my speech honestly and ask, why are you not smiling? He said, why should I smile? Any question I asked, he says, why? I asked him, what is your name? He said, why Venkatesh? In Tamil, I said, Karatta Kuddanga Father. Alright? I'm only trying to say, even a smile, people are so calculative. And you're so calculative, it's like a person calculative, relationships don't work. When relationships don't work, you are tense. When you are tense, you create disorder, you create disharmony. Wife comes and visits the husband in the IT hub. He comes and visits in his cabin, IT cabin. And the husband has been taking, husband was taking, wife's photographs in the IT cabin. In his IT cabin, he's looking at the wife's photograph and is very happy, very happy. The wife accidentally comes inside and was shocked to look at he's looking at his, thank you, sir. Just water, nothing else. Just looking at her photograph, he's so happy. The wife was so shocked and says, darling, sweetheart, lollipop, kunjimole mole putti, bangara putti. Alright, my photograph is giving you so much happiness, but when you look at me, you're not happy. Why photograph you're happy? And the husband said, not only an IT person, I'm a management expert. I believe in strategy. Whenever there's a layoff tension, whenever they have target tension, I just take your photograph and I'm extremely happy. The wife says, what is the secret? When I have a layoff tension, target tension, I look at your photograph. Compared to your tension, all tension is nothing. We call it Sanskrit, it is Shadyanta, not Rananita. Friends, I'm only trying to say, please understand, even a relationship will become chaotic. if there is ego. But you learn how to give, sir. As you are listening to me, give a little smile, give a little nod. Right? You will inspire the speaker. And the best in the speaker will come out. Right? And therefore, all is because in the Indian culture we say, if you do not know how to experience Adbhuta Rasa, in the Navarasas of dance, one of the rasas called Adbhuta, if you do not know how to experience Adbhuta Rasa, you will not create harmony, you will not discover harmony within you. Adbhuta is wonderment. Rabindranath, I always say in my talks, Rabindranath Tagore simply sees a dewdrop on a lotus leaf and he gets a wow feeling. And Mr. Kuppasamy sees Niagara Falls and he gets dysentery. Have you seen something? There's no wow at all. Friends, I'm saying to discover harmony, if you can have a wow experience, a sense of wonderment, a sense of Adbhuta, right, a sense of Adbhuta. And Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says beautifully, Ascharyavat vadati, Ascharyavat paschati, Ascharyavat chnoti. Right? Everything should be a wonder is this. Everything should be a wonder. Are we experiencing that? I doubt it. We don't experience, for example, just imagine, just keep your left hand like this and sip water. Just slightly. Just, I can't give you a bottle, so just sip. Right. Now, in a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you feel when you take a sip of water? In a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is the maximum, 1 is the least. When you take a sip of water, right, how much feeling of gratitude, a feeling of bliss do you get when you take a sip of water? In a scale of 1 to 10? Hardly 1, 2. For a lot of people, you take for granted. Right? Just try one thing. One day, don't take even a drop of water. Not even one day, don't take it. You're not going to die in one day. Don't take a drop of water. Afterwards, the next day, take a small sip. In a scale of 1 to 10, how much is going to be a joy? How much is going to be a bliss? It will be 10, isn't it? Yes or no, friends? So our feelings are not validating the richness of water. Since our feeling is not validating the richness of water, richness, the eyes that we have got, richness of the heart we have got, richness of the kidney we have got, richness that we are able to walk, since your feeling is not validated, that poverty is creating the greatest disharmony. Please be sensitive to this fact. I'm a lover of animals. I go to wildlife practically every year, especially to Kenya and Tanzania. And when I look at the deer, look at the gazelles, right, taking water, before they take a sip of water, 30 times or 20 times, they look here, look there, here, because crocodile can come here, animals can come there. So much of fear to take just a sip of water. Yes or no, friends? Don't be confused, say loudly yes or no. Right? Now, all of us, we take effortlessly water. Effortlessly go to the refrigerator, take. Not only water, Coke and blah, blah, blah. But is our real feelings having a gratitude, a dhanya bhavana? Compared to one animal who thinks 100 times. Have you seen? Let us take a deer itself. There's no guarantee when it gets up in the morning. When it gets up in the morning, it is going to be alive. Because always is a predator, some the hunter, the hunted. So always you don't know the next day what will happen. And you and I, when you get up in the morning, there's no fear. Isn't it? But still, are we grateful? Is there a sense of gratitude in us? Have you seen an animal? There is only, if a deer takes only grass, there's only one taste, grass. A lion, meat. And you and I, how many taste buds we have got? How many flavors we have got? There's no wonder in your face only. How many flavors we have got there? Even ice cream, there are multiple flavors. Pani puri, multiple flavors. Pizza, multiple flavor. For a deer is only one flavor. And still, are we really grateful? Is our feeling validating, rejoicing, right, what we have got? I said that sickness is creating disharmony. Have you seen a powerful lion? A powerful lion, all right? When it becomes old, even its own kitten can leave that animal. Kitten can leave. When you and I become old, for most of us, at least this audience, we have so many people around us. Tell me yes or no? Right now, is your yes having the richness of gratitude or simply yes? So I'm saying disharmony is created because there's a poverty of the feeling of gratitude. If you can be grateful, you're eating your food, taking a sip, tremendous grateful. You're taking bath, grateful. Anything, grateful. Your eyes are blinking. No, winking is your agenda. Blinking, be grateful. There is an ailment when winking stops. If you can be grateful, every moment of your life, sir, that joy, you will start giving joy to everybody. And the moment you give joy to everybody, you are going to give harmony, peace to everybody, sir. So the sickness of life, clap means clap properly, don't clap over. Only clap. Because everything we are fragmented. Have you seen people, you're taking bath, you're thinking of the breakfast, fragmented. When you're eating the breakfast, you think of the boss, fragmented. When you meet the boss, you think of your wife, fragmented. When you meet the wife, you think of the boss wife. There is nothing which is total. The totality to bring is not all fragmented. And in the fragmented feeling, the richness of God's love is not experienced in all of us. We can talk of great harmony. Unless you feel grateful, unless you feel love in your heart, you can't. And you please understand, it is not. I'm only trying to create harmony. Start being grateful. You go to the toilet, be grateful. You take bath, be grateful. Right? If your wife rejects you, be grateful. Because if one door closes, other door opens. God is very generous. Gratitude should be the mantra. If you don't have, your ego will be greedy rather than grateful. Your ego will be greedy rather than grateful. And if you see Bangalore, it's all an expression of greed. Buildings after buildings after buildings after buildings. Alright? Greed has become the center of our life. Not gratitude has become the center of our life. And when you are greedy, and ego means greedy, greedy means, please understand, you will be foolish in life. And when you are foolish in life, please understand, stupid answers convince you very much. You become so foolish. One person came to my ashram, very nearby. Ashram, I came and said, Swamiji, if my guru says jump from the 3rd floor, we will all jump. That much faith we have, Swamiji. Will your students do that? What a stupid question to ask. If my guru says jump from the 3rd floor, we will jump it. Will your students do that? I said, my students will not do. And he felt very proud. I said, my students will say, you jump first. If you survive, then we will jump. Because I have not taught them stupidity. You may laugh at this if you look at many religious groups, many religious gurus, all stupid. Height of stupidity and foolish things convinced, because ego is stupid, ego is manipulative. A Sufi character called Mullah Nazaruddin's mother comes and tells Mullah, seer, we are Sufis, right? Before marriage you should not have affair. And if your girlfriend is coming every night and staying late, what will the neighbors talk? We are Sufis there, we are Muslims. So therefore, before marriage, you should never do that. Please have this one. And right, the son followed the mother. And from past 3 months, he never brought his girlfriend. The mother was shocked, such an obedient son. Then he asked the son, son, what happened? You're not having an affair with your girlfriend? No, I'm meeting her every night. Where? in her house, let her mother do the worry. See, you see how manipulated the whole thing is? Let her mother do the worry. I'm saying ego is stupid, ego is manipulative, and this stupidity, like technologically we have all grown, but consciousness has not grown. Weapons of mass destruction have increased, but consciousness harmony has not increased. We know Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the war, was it really necessary, the bomb? So being technologically growing is not sufficient. And if ego goes, and if you are more humble in life, sir, you will find, please see, there will be naturally harmony. Yes or no, friends? Now, I will say to bring that harmony, I don't want to bring too much philosophical concepts, which I can go on quoting enough from different there. More, I want you to touch your heart and see, please understand, we all operate from, I want you to understand, we all most of us operate from like and dislike. Listen carefully to what I'm saying. We operate from like and dislike. Since we operate, I want you to listen carefully, because your definition can be varied from what I'm saying. So give some space. Alright? See, we all come from, I like this, I don't like this. I like this, I don't like this. We call in Sanskrit raga and dvesha. And the moment you come from like and dislike, you're so narrowed down to what you like. You're so narrowed down to what you dislike. I like my religion, I dislike other religion. I like my nation, I dislike other nation. I like my wife, I dislike other wife. And the moment you start liking and disliking, Lord Krishna in the Gita says, Raga dvesha viyuktaistu vishayanindriyaistaran atma vashay videya atma prasadam adhigacchati. Alright, you will not get peace, he says. Prasadam is peace. If you are caught in your like and dislike. Alright, and if you are caught in your like and dislike, if things fit into your like, you like. If things don't fit into dislike, you dislike. If my speech fits into your like, you will be happy. If it doesn't fit into your like, you will be unhappy. It is not me responsible. It is your structure of like and dislike which is responsible. When I went to Australia first time in my life, I was hardly few years, or I was hardly about 25 years, I think I went to Australia. At the end of the workshop, a lady came and hugged me and kissed me on my cheeks and said, thank you, it's my first kiss. Honestly, I promise I felt so uncomfortable. Because I'm used to people touching my feet. She decided why go low, she went high. Westerners believe in high. And as an Indian, I'm so used to touching my feet. I felt so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable I felt. Then I went to my host, and who was a German, and I told him I felt very uncomfortable. She kissed me on the cheek, and he told me, why should you be uncomfortable? She's so good looking, Swamiji. I got another shock. Then I realized it is not the kiss which hurt me, it is my interpretation of what I want which hurt me. From that time I became very useful to the kiss. I'm not requesting people to do that. That's why you should. I have a like, people should touch my feet. I dislike, and when you're caught in like and dislike, even relationships become messy. I was in Lucknow giving a series of talks. And I was giving a talk, one person came. I may use a little Hindi, so bear with it. Some who are abroad, very little I use. It's Urdu, not Hindi. So a person came to me, Swamiji, I fell in love, I have a lot of tension, Swami, in Lucknow. I told you, who told you to fall in love? You have to rise in love. Love is not only to fall. I said, Mazak chhod do, Swamiji. I told him, Baba, love is something you have to rise, not fall. No, I am full of tension, Swami, Mazak chhod do. And he says a shairi. चांदनी चांद से होती है सितारों से नहीं मोहब्बत एक से होती है हजारों से नहीं. For people who don't understand, simply say wow. Many things you don't understand. I don't understand how my mustache grows. Say wow. So he says that, and then I said, you may be from Lucknow, I am from Bangalore. From Google I learned everything. I said सितारे से आगे जहां और भी है अभी इश्क का इम्तिहान और भी है. And then I told him, अरे but I'm going through pain, he says. दर्द होता है स्वामी जी, दर्द होता है. दर्द means pain. I told another beautiful उर्दू शायरी, अरे दर्द को दर्द से मत देखो, दर्द को भी दर्द होता है. दर्द का जरूरत है दोस्त की, तभी दर्द हम दर्द हो जाता है. People who don't understand say, wow. He says, don't treat pain as pain. When you treat pain as pain, there is pain. But treat pain in a friendly way, then pain also becomes your co-passenger to life. And I told him, sir, the problem with you, all right, you like, you dislike. She left you, there is pain. But think for a moment, how many years did you have an affair with her? He said, 3 years. I had great fun 3 years. Why can't you be grateful? 3 years you had an affair. I didn't even have an affair for 1 month, he said. Why can't you be grateful you had an affair for 3 years? I said, because you are love. Love is like and dislike. And Lord Krishna in the Gita says, see, even there is this harmony. Lord Krishna in the Gita says, Raga and Dvesha transform and bring love. Bring love. Raga and Dvesha should be baptized. Other baptism is no use. True baptism is bring love in whatever you are doing, sir. Do what you love and love what you do. Alright? And if you can bring love, I'm talking out of love. You listen out of love. You are with your girlfriend out of love. She leaves you, lovingly see. She came, added joy to your life, and taught you a lesson and went away. And that is also you have to grow out of that. Are you getting, friends? I'm telling you, then there is real harmony. You have to learn the knack, the acumen, and have the sagacity to bring love. Only then you will experience alacrity. So therefore, I said, and therefore I told this person, a beautiful Urdu shairi, अरे प्यार का जज्बा नया रंग दिखा देता है, अजनबी चेहरे को महबूब बना देता है. प्यार का जज्बा, the power of love gives you a very strange experience. A stranger can also become your beloveds. So therefore, like and dislike will create disharmony. Love will create more harmony. And then if you can, love can become devotion. When it become bhakti, we say in Sanskrit bhakti or devotion, please understand, then the acme of harmony will happen. We have what? Now I can give a talk with like and dislike. I can give a talk with love. I can also talk as a devotion. It's a prayer. It's a prayer. My talking is a prayer. Whatever little wisdom for me to share. If I can do anything out of devotion, you are teaching as a student out of devotion, anything, taking bath out of devotion, taking a sip out of devotion, patram pushpam palam toyam yo bhaktya prayachati. Lord Krishna in the Gita says, whether water you are taking, leaf or a flower, it is the devotion which I am going to take, not what you offer. The Lord Krishna says in the Gita. Bring that devotion, sir. Once you learn the knack of bringing devotion in your life, sir, I'll tell you the ultimate harmony will happen. Because you go beyond the barriers of I want, I don't want, I like, I dislike. And therefore, a beautiful Hindi poem. When a poet was asked, "Are zindagi mein kya khoya hai aur kya paya hai?" Means what have you lost in life, what have you gained? A poet was asked. He said, "Are zindagi mein kya khoya hai aur kya paya hai?" To which he says, "बेशक कहना, जो कुछ खोया है वे मेरी नादानी थी, और जो कुछ पाया है रब की मेहरबानी थी." अरे खूबसूरत रिश्ता है मेरा और खुदा का बीच, खूबसूरत रिश्ता है मेरा और खुदा का बीच. मैं ज्यादा मांगता नहीं, वो कम देता नहीं. What a powerful poem. If you have devotion, you will experience this in life, friends. And therefore, if you can bring devotion into your life. Now, how to devotion? Like how a musician discovers melody in his voice. How a musician discovers melody in his singing. You have to discover that devotion. Be it devotion to Christ, be it devotion to Krishna, give devotion to Allah, be it whatever to be. It is more than Christ or Allah or Krishna. It is that pavitrata, that devotion, which is going to make you really beautiful, sir. And that will alone bring you ultimate harmony. Now, from like and dislike to love, from love to devotion in your life. That is one dimension. Secondly, in the dimension of, let me touch little philosophy. I'm looking at a face, right? Fortunately, your face is not covered, right? And if you respond, I will go appropriately because it's given me 1 hour to talk. If you don't respond, I'll make it light. So therefore, the another dimension of, please understand, harmony to bring in. Please see, I said devotion, egolessness. I'm saying a dimension on perception. Philosophically, we say in Indian culture, perception and cognition are two different things. Does the keynote work here? Does the keynote work? Can I pay keynote or not? They have to change it. They not change. They have changed. Okay. I'll give you. Where is the paper? Keynote paper. I'll just see to become. I'll make it see now. If you can bring this dimension, I want to see this.